Welcome to Adopt and Evolve, where we help organizations maximize their investment in technology after go live. I'm Jeff Stone, Senior Director at Armanino, and today I'm joined by Jacob Brown, another director in our FSC practice. Thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm excited to be here.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's that time of the year where people are trying to take on some bigger projects. We're seeing clients express an interest to do even more things themselves these days, implementing large projects or even entire ERP systems themselves or attempting to. Maybe they've got some experience in an old system or an old version, or it's another phase of something they've done similar. So they feel like they can take it on themselves. They're confident. They want to do the majority of the work themselves. But it definitely raises a question, where can these end users really be successful going solo, and where is the expert guidance from a partner really needed? So I wanted to get your thoughts on that today.
Yeah, that's a great topic, Jeff. And I'll start by saying we love it when clients are truly engaged and want to own their systems. That in itself is probably the biggest success factor for their implementation. And there are definitely areas where they can thrive independently, such as data migration prep, user training, and even some of the basic configurations like setting up vendors and customers. Security is another area that's really important for clients to own, and it's great when they want to handle that themselves after learning how that works. If out of the box roles are sufficient, that can be a good area for them to handle. But sometimes custom roles can get complicated, and SOX compliance is always a big deal too.
It makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I think those are definitely the ones we've seen people tackle themselves, but they're not all created equal, all the different parts of the implementation. So what are some of the more complicated areas where we've seen clients maybe struggle a little more?
I would say the big one is solution architecture. It's not just about turning on features, it's about aligning your system to your business model. And if you don't get that right, you risk a lot of rework, inefficiencies, or even compliance issues. And it usually involves connecting D365 to other systems with integrations, whether it's a CRM or a manufacturing execution system or PLM or just a data warehouse. Deep technical and business process knowledge is required for those core design decisions.
That makes sense. Yeah, those aren't areas where you want to trial and error your way through it. You got to get that stuff right from the beginning. And it can be different for each industry too. So, I mean, seeing how other clients have done it similarly and successfully at other organizations is a big key for us, right?
Absolutely. We work with a lot of life science companies, for example, and they have some unique requirements. And then there's testing. Clients often think we'll just test as we go, but structured testing is essential. We can help in this area and even look into testing automation down the road if it makes sense. With these modern systems, updates occur multiple times a year, so whatever testing is used for the go live can hopefully be reused down the road too. And speaking of the updates, oftentimes an update is needed during the implementation, and that may not be something a client is familiar with yet.
Yeah, it's a good point. If you haven't considered the post go live world, that's super important to think about how the system's going to be adopted and evolving, all the new functionality. If you haven't thought about it during the implementation, you're definitely going to feel that pain at the end of the project.
Exactly. We help clients think beyond go live, how to optimize, how to scale, how to continuously improve, and to understand what it will take for them to own the system.
That's you speak my language, man. That's the point of this series. We've got quite a few other interviews about those topics that viewers can go check out. I guess getting back on track a little bit, let's say a client comes to us and says, we want to lead an implementation, but we want Armanino to guide us. What does that partnership kind of look like?
Well, that's where our approach really shines. We don't take over, we collaborate. We typically provide architectural oversight and help with key designs, and also step in for the heavy lifts like integrations and application updates. It's a flexible model that adapts to the client's strengths as they keep learning.
Perfect. Yeah, it's not just the technical skills, right? We talked about the industry best practices, and maybe it's project management or change management help. Um, Whoever's running the show, I do know that we try to insist on having those interactions regularly. So if that PM is really leading the way, we still want to be in the mix from the beginning, so we don't get caught up when the client does need to pull us in, right?
Exactly. We need to be part of their team. We typically rely on scheduled office hours and work through aspects of the projects that come up when the client needs help each week, and then divide and conquer where we can take care of something for them. We actually had a client come to us a while back that was in the same boat. They were currently using an older version of Dynamics 365 that had been sunset by Microsoft, and they knew they needed to upgrade. They had a small but competent team, and they had not had the greatest experience with a previous partner, and so they really wanted to tackle this themselves, but they needed to know what they didn't know. So we established a cadence. We brought in experts. We had a formalized training program that we developed for them to take them through from A to Z, Dynamics 365, and also to dig in specific areas that were unique for their business and really would be critical. And as we went through the process, they developed a high level of trust with Armanino, and eventually they brought us on to really lead their implementation. One of the reasons was they just didn't have enough resources to roll their own implementation, and they saw that all the people that they'd interacted with Armanino were competent, helpful, collaborative, and as I said, they trusted us, and so we're working through that multi-year rollout with them right now.
Very cool. Awesome story. I mean, that's kind of the heart of this whole series. It's say adopt and evolve, but it's not just, hand over the keys to somebody. It's really helping guide the clients, being their partner in the passenger seat, showing them we've been down the road before and all that. So, great story, man.
Exactly. DOI is doable, but just don't do it alone. The right partner helps you avoid pitfalls and accelerates your success. We've seen clients who try to manage everything internally, only to realize they were spending more time fixing issues and moving forward. And it'll look a little bit different for each organization, but having a plan from the start of what areas the partner will assist in will be key.
Yeah, we call that the our solution ownership plan, even when we're talking about post go live. But it's similar when you're co-implementing, we'll call it, together with another partner. You got to have those plans from the beginning. Who's going to do what? It's almost a little racy, right? To make sure you have the right people accountable and consulting. And then obviously post go live, same thing, right? So we can tailor a solution to make sure that we're helping each other out there.
Right. And that's often where the real transformation happens. Once the system is live and users are in it every day, that's when opportunities for automation, reporting, and process improvement really come into focus. We have clients doing a lot of cool things with AI now, for example, after they set a solid foundation in the system.
Very cool. Yeah, I'll have to get another session going with our AI team and then showcase some of that as well. Good reminder. Oh, so yeah, very cool. I mean, I think to wrap this up, we've kind of hit on a couple different things here, but I would say basically if you're savvy, confident end user organization that's thinking about trying to implement large chunks of the system on your own, sounds like our advice is really, I guess, threefold. Own the parts that you can and where other people have been successful. Lean on the experts where it really matters, and think beyond go live, which is something you're going to hear me say every time we meet. But sound about right, Jacob?
Yeah, I think you nailed it, Jeff. I love this stuff, and I'd be happy to talk to any of our clients or prospects, people who are considering how to approach their ERP implementation, and let them know what we've seen and provide them any advice and support we can.
Awesome, Jacob. I'm sure someone will take you up on that. You got the knowledge there and the experience for sure. It's been great having you join me today.
Well, thanks for having me, Jeff.
All right, and thanks everyone for checking us out again. We will see you next time on Adopt and Evolve. Have a good one.